Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So quickly, you guys, we are going to run through a little bit of what's going on in the world right now because I have to tell you guys I'm a little bit concerned about what's happening with Russia, Ukraine, and all of that jazz. And then we are going to jump into emergency SNAP maximum benefits, but just for the month of March. Yes, we do have some states that has been approved. I want to say we probably got around 10 to 11, and we're definitely going to go through that together. So in an effort to keep this video as short as I can possibly make it, we are going to, like I said, jump right in. So let me head over to the news. Yeah, there's a lot. When I tell you guys, there's so many articles that has been coming out. I was up watching the news last night. I saw a little bit of what was going on there in terms of what President Biden was trying to do to keep the situation under control, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't really think that he's doing a good job. But we're going to start off with this article came out literally 15 minutes ago, reported by ABC News. It says Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine on Thursday, unleashing airstrikes on cities and military bases and sending in troops and tanks from three sides in attack that could rewrite the global post-Cold War security order. Ukraine's government pleaded for help as civilians piled into trains and cars to flee. I hate when it does that. I'm sorry, you guys. It disappeared off of my screen. Y'all already know. Military forces battling Russians on multiple fronts suffered dozens of casualties. Okay, Russian President Vladimir Putin ignored global condemnation and cascading new sanctions as he unleashed the largest ground war in Europe since World War II, and chillingly referred to his country's nuclear arsenal. Okay, he threatened any country trying to interfere with consequences you have never seen as a once hoped for diplomatic resolution now appeared impossible. Ukrainian forces sought to fend off a Russian barrage of land and sea-based missiles, an attack that one senior U.S. defense official described as the first salvo in a likely Hold on, you guys. Hold on. It did it again. It did it again. Oh, my God. Where did it go? As a first salvo in the likely multi-phase invasion aimed at seizing key population centers and ultimately decapitating Ukraine's government and installing a new one. Already, Ukraine officials said they had lost control of the decommissioned Chernobyl nuclear power plant, scene of the world's worst nuclear disaster. So there's a lot going on, you guys. I kind of wish that the United States of America would stay out of it, but we know that that's not likely possible. They're not going to do that. The president, like I said, has already been talking about what he's not going to do. I have another article that came out by The Hill 4 hours ago. President Biden on Thursday said the U.S. would sanction major Russian banks and impose export controls on Russia to curtail Russian high-tech imports as part of a coordinated effort with allies to penalize the Kremlin for its military attack against Ukraine. In remarks from the East Room of the White House, Biden said the sanctions would target Russian banks holding a combined $1 trillion in assets, including Russia's two largest financial institutions, Sberbank, I don't know how you say that, and VTB Bank. He said the U.S. would also impose sanctions on additional Russian elites with links to the Kremlin. Biden condemned Russian President Vladimir Putin for ordering the attack against Ukraine and said his actions would cost Russia dearly. Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war. Putin, whatever you say his name is, Putin. I don't know how you say it. And now he and his country will bear the consequences. This is coming from our president. He says, Putin will be a pariah on the international stage. Okay, the Treasury Department said in a release that the administration would impose sanctions on VTB and the Sberbank, cutting them off from processing payments through the U.S. financial system. The Biden administration is also imposing sanctions on 3 other Russian financial institutions. I cannot say any of these institutions' names. Okay, so I'm going to try, but it says Otkrity, Novacom, and Sovcom. It's a lot going on with that, okay? I saw one person in the comment section already talking about the effects of war. We all have experienced the effects of war, unfortunately, and saying that if there were any talks of stimulus, that most likely a majority of that will go towards the military. I don't know if that's true or false or whatever, but I do know that war costs money, and I do know that most likely is going to come out of our pockets, whether it be our paychecks, our taxes, whatever. I know it's going to affect us in some way, shape, or form. The fact is that it's probably already affecting us at this very, very moment. But yeah, I'm definitely not liking it at all. I'm not anything having to do with war. I'm just not for it. I do understand protecting the country. I do understand in certain circumstances, you know what I'm saying? If people are just being aggressive, which it seems like this particular person is being aggressive, then I do understand that some action is needed. But I do feel like a lot of times, and this is why, this is just my personal opinion, not to say that a woman is better than a man, but this is just why sometimes I feel like it would be a little bit better to have a woman in office, because I feel like that's men's go-to for everything. They don't want to give us what we want. Let's go to war. Like that's always the solution for them. There is no talking. There is no communicating. That's always the solution. Okay. So yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. Hopefully, things change. Hopefully, it doesn't continue to escalate and things don't continue to snowball. We're already dealing with extreme inflation over here. I can only imagine how this would affect us. Okay. But moving on, that was my daughter. I'm going to have to call her back in a second. Let's move on. Let's get off of that. Let's talk about something that's, even though it's not good news. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about some good news, okay? So I did see this article about Colin Kaepernick launching an initiative to provide secondary autopsies to families of people whose deaths are police related. Now, this came out yesterday by CBS News. He is launching an initiative through his Know Your Rights camp that will offer free secondary autopsies to family members of anyone whose death is police related. And I have to say that I totally am on board with this. I think that this is a great idea. A lot of the times these families are low income, living below the poverty line, and they don't have the money, the means to be able to get a second opinion done when they feel that there is any type of foul play. So I can definitely appreciate his efforts in trying to help those families to get some resolution, if nothing else, to get some closure. Okay. The initiative collaborates with a panel of board certified forensic pathologists who perform autopsies, disclose preliminary findings, and issue final reports to requesting families. It disappeared again, you guys. I'm sorry. We're going to have to find out a different solution for this, because this is annoying me. The initiative collaborates with, okay, I already said that. We know that the prison industrial complex, which includes police and policing, strives to protect and serve its interests at all costs. This is what Kaepernick is saying. The autopsy initiative is one important step towards ensuring that family members have access to accurate and forensically verifiable information about the cause of death of their loved one in their time of need. Okay, the goal of the initiative is to eliminate concerns about reliability and objectivity of the first autopsy conducted. The risk of manipulation of evidence and potential bias on behalf of the coroner or medical examiner, and or the use of faulty forensic procedures. I am passionate about the initiative's impact and look forward to being a resource to victims' family members who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. Okay, this is coming from Nicole Martin, who is a program manager for the autopsy initiative. Okay. There's a lot of people that are obviously on board with this. If you guys don't know, it says Kaepernick is a football player, was a football player who led the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl following the 2012 season. Okay, just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on him. But yeah. I'm definitely for this, you guys. I'm definitely anything that's going to, like I said, help these people come to some resolution. To if nothing else, to get some closure, to be assured that the information that they are given is verifiable, it's objective. You know what I mean? Like they're saying in this, that it has not been how do you say, evidence that hasn't been messed with or tampered with. That's the word I was trying to say. I think that that is going to be good. Realistically, I mean, I'm not even going to say what I'm saying, because that would make me Debbie Downer in this situation. There are always, pros and cons to each situation, but I definitely like that this initiative is well underway. And like I said, I just hope that it brings these families the information, the support, all the things that they need when they're going through this, because this situation for anybody is hard enough, you know what I mean? Then to not feel confident in the information that you're being given just makes it that much more difficult. So moving on from that, we are going to end off on a positive note, because today has been full with a whole bunch of nonsense minus the last thing that I talked about. So let's jump on over to emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March. Like I said, I'm just going to go over March. Tomorrow we will end off the week with March and February, but for today we are just going to be doing March. And as usual, I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can look at it with me. Guys, I'm gonna put myself up here. So right where we left off yesterday, if you guys did not see that video, take a look at this what is this? The website up here. If you guys want information about pandemic EBT for this current school year for California, this pertains to California. You can go to this website right here. Or you can just type in your search bar. You can type in pandemic EBT, PEBT for 2021-2022 school year, and it should bring you to quite a few pages, but you want to click on this one. It was the first one, and then you want to go here to where it says downloads, and that's going to pull up a document that's going to give you some information as it pertains to this current school year for California. Again, this is just for California. Now let's jump over to emergency SNAP maximum benefits for March. Okay, so this is where we are as of right now for February. We're going to refresh this and we're going to jump into those March names. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 states on here. Someone mentioned that there were about 10 or 11. No matter though, we're going to jump right in and start off with DC. That way you guys get to look at it too. You can see yourself. I'd like for you guys to see yourself with your own eyes. So as usual, DC is going to be giving their benefits out in accordance with the regular issuance schedule, okay? Right here on the front page, let me just circle it so you guys can see. Right here, DC, EA, which means emergency allotments issued in accordance with the district's regular issuance schedule, okay? Let's go back. Indiana, March. All right, March for Indiana, as usual, it's going to be between the 5th and the 23rd, okay? All of that red, like the words in the Bible. The 5th and between the 5th and the 23rd, odd days only. The next one is Iowa. Okay, here we go. Iowa. Right here, name of the state, March 22. We will be providing the emergency allotments issuance with the normal monthly issuance between the 1st and the 10th, okay? So just the 1st and between the 1st and the 10th. Y'all hear my son upstairs? He's not feeling like cooperating today. I can hear his sister trying to tell him to be quiet. But just so y'all know, he's upstairs, and mommy being downstairs presents the opportunity for him to come down here and run wild. And since he can't do that, he's going to yell from upstairs and let me know that he don't care about what I'm doing right now. But anyways, Maryland right here. March 1st through the 31st. So pretty much all month long for Maryland, okay? At some point in Maryland, you'll get your benefits. Doesn't really narrow it down for you, but just check them cards, okay? Moving on from there, what was that, Maryland? We are going to go to New Jersey. All right, New Jersey between the 1st and the 5th. Says it right there. 1st and the 5th. Virginia. March the 16th. These are coming up pretty easy. Some of them be difficult. I don't know if they're just getting better or what. But for Virginia, as you can see, March the 16th. And then last but certainly not least, we have West Virginia. Okay, West Virginia is going to be March the 3rd with a final run April the 13th. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back. Make sure we ain't miss anything. All right. So as of right now, which it's 3:43. I don't know if you guys can see the time, but it is 3:43 Pacific Standard Time. These are the names of the states that have currently been approved for March. And these are the names of the states that have been approved for February. Okay. Now, really quickly, we're just going to look at, what is it? Pandemic EBT. I think this is it right here. Just to see if anything has changed. Let's do a quick refresh. Take a look. We've got, I'm going to look at my paper because I want to see if there are any additional states that I may not have on here. So we've got Colorado, we've got Delaware, we've got Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia. I don't have that one written down here. I don't have them on here at all. And then Wisconsin. So let's take a look really quick at West Virginia because I don't have them on my paper. And let's see here. Plan approval right here for this school year. Let's just see if we can find some information quickly, hopefully. It's a little bit more difficult to comb through this information for payout dates. Here we go, right here. We've got a table here, just so you guys can see where I am reading. I'm reading this little box here. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. See how big I can go. Okay, so it says PEBT fiscal year 2022 benefit period. So fall retroactive August, September, October, November, December of 2021. Those benefits should be available issuance will be April the 1st, but availability will be April the 11th. And then for the spring, there is going to be an issuance April the 22nd with benefits available on May the 2nd. And then a third payment, spring, again, April and May of 2022. Those will be distributed July the 15th, available July the 25th. I don't know why they're doing it 10 days and then available. So I would just check on the availability date. Let's just keep it simple for this. So you're going to get retroactive pay for August through December of last year, and those benefits will be available April the 11th. And then you're going to get benefits for January, February, and March, available May the 2nd, and then benefits for April and May available July the 25th. And then for summer benefits for 2022, which summer period is July the 1st through August the 31st, you should get those benefits sometime in mid to late August of this year. And then a final run, just in case they missed anything. Expect benefits to be distributed on, what is that? 9 September? Is that September? I think that's September. July, August, September. Yeah, September the 29th, you guys. Okay, so that was for West Virginia. Okay, because there's a couple of you guys that have been asking me. That was pandemic EBT for West Virginia. So if you missed it, just rewind and yeah. And there you have it. All right, you guys, so that is absolutely all that I have for this video today. I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys. I know you guys are absolutely happy. I am happy. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure some more states will be approved for the month of March. Okay, we're just at the end of February. You guys know how this works. Those states get added to the list sometimes on a daily basis, and then it'll kind of slow out, and then it'll be more on a weekly basis. But all of the states that still have their state of emergency declaration in place will most likely be receiving these benefits. So I'm going going to say that pretty much majority of the states that were on the list for February will most likely be approved for March. I know you guys get anxious because you don't see your name on the list, but as I've been telling you guys, I'm going to continue to remind you guys that if you do not see the information on the United States Department of Agriculture, don't forget to check your state's social media pages. That is their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram, because sometimes that governing body, which is the Department of Human Services, the Department of Social Services, whatever it is called in your particular state, will update that information on their social media pages before it gets updated on the United States Department of Agriculture. And sometimes it never gets updated on the USDA website, but that information will still be available on your state's social media pages. So don't forget to check that out. As always, you guys, don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already, because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. I'm so glad that I was able to give you guys some updated information as it pertains to emergency SNAP maximum benefits for today, you guys. Don't forget to live, love, elevate, stay safe, you guys. Let's be prayerful because we do not want no war, okay? And I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Peace, y'all. Bye.